Alright. What is up? What is up? This is alertwolf here. Gonna bring you an anime review. Now, this one's a little different. Because I said I wasn't gonna review the episodes for this show. And this, I'm not going back from my word. This is gonna be a little different. And I said I would do discussion videos. So, this... Let me just cut to the chase. So what I'm doing is I'm going to review Naruto Shippuden, specifically Power. And so that's episodes 290 to 295. This is the little filler story that they gave us. 6 episodes, and it's Power. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because I thought, honestly, before I get too much into the review, I'm going to just say this. This was probably the best Naruto filler I've ever seen. And I'm going to say one of the best fillers ever done in terms of what it was. The animation was ridiculous. I mean, it was really good. I mean, this is as good as any of their movies. Probably, this was done like it was an OVA, to be honest. And this is probably the best Naruto OVA they have ever done, and they just used it as filler for the series. Parts of this kind of reminded me, well, you know what, I'll get into that when I start to talk about it. Now, again, just to remind people where my position is on Naruto, shows like Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. Again, I'm not going to, again, I said I wasn't really going to do episode reviews on them. Or chapter reviews, mainly because, you know, there are a lot of good people in the anime community here on YouTube that already review this stuff, and I feel like there's enough where I don't need to do it in order to help spread the word maybe about this anime. But what I did say I would do, or manga, and with the manga, people are very serious about the manga reviews. As it is, I only do one manga review, and it's on a hiatus, which is Green Blood. So, and so what I did say that I do it as I do discussion videos, or if I saw something that I thought was good, I do a video on it. And this is the first event, I would say. So this would be the first Naruto or any of the big 3 that I have touched so far. Now, that doesn't mean for you guys out there that I don't absolutely love all 3 series. I do. I absolutely love all 3 of them. Again, I'm not a big manga guy, and I've only recently got into the manga, so I just started reading Naruto, the current Naruto volume, maybe like halfway. I mean, the series is about to, I know next week they're going to start bringing canon episodes, and the series is pretty close to where I started to read the Naruto manga, just to give you an idea of where I'm at. And again, you know, I'm not a big manga guy. I've only recently got into it, so. But all that being set aside, so again, you know, I actually love all 3 shows. I just chose not to do them because I felt other people with more knowledge do them. But I will do discussion videos from time to time, or if I see something that, you know, should be talked about, I will. And so, again, that's what we have here. And this is really good. The animation to Power was, every episode was amazing. I haven't, other than movies, and even movies, I haven't seen them do animation on this show this nice ever. I don't know if this was just them flexing their muscles to show you what they're going to be capable of doing on some of these later episodes that are going to be big. But this was great. So the story basically is, there's this town, and it's in this hole, because the whole thing looks blotted out, and here's this little hole, and inside this valley is a beautiful, lush, like, it's almost an oasis in the desert, so to speak. But it's not the desert, but you get what I mean. And the town gets is under attack. They request aid from the Leaf Village, you know, and Naruto's team gets sent in with Kakashi and you know, Sakura and Sai and all that. They get sent in to help. And what we get is Kabuto is the one who attacked the village. Now Kabuto, basically, he's experimenting. The idea if this was canon, I mean, it's not, but if it was canon, this would have happened right before the start of this current ninja war. So you have, you know, Kabuto is working on his reanimation jutsu. He brings back some people, but not everybody. And basically, the reason why they're at this town is there's this machine which looks super cool and futuristic. There's like a weird chakra generating thing, and controlling it could give you the world, basically. And so that's why they're there. And Kabuto's just experimenting. He wants to know, you know, more. He develops a sort of corpse body, and then you hear more about the grave robbing in this, and stuff like that. So we already some people get orphaned because you know, they weren't there for the first attack, and so the teacher, who's a fat guy like me, which I like, that he's basically the main character he's one of the main characters for the people who are not from the regular show. That's what I'll say. And you know, he ends up taking care of a group of kids, protecting them. He also has the control rods, which activate the machine. Now the small one, Mina, she's probably in the Uzumaki clan. I mean, anybody with the red hair, right? And she's super chakra aware. You know, she's super aware. So she's able to sense and see things and affect things that nobody can understand. And also, she's the smallest child, and she's the youngest girl. She's probably like 3 or 4. So there you go. And so he's taking care of the kids. At the same time, there's a romantic subplot with the captain of the guards. She's a big woman, but you know, they've been in love, but there was a tragedy when they were kids where she fell off a cliff. He caught her, but didn't have the strength to pull her up, and eventually dropped her during the fall. And her injury, she lost the ability to have kids. And this is when they were kids, and they were always in love. And that's the romantic subplot, and that's the family subplot, that they're making this conjoint family, born out of tragedy, but they're doing something meaningful and finding love and finding strength being together. Now, during the battle that Naruto has with Kabuto's forces, Kabuto makes these little snake thingies to use as pseudo sacrifices, and it like clones people basically. And it was something he was experimenting with. One of those gets inside Naruto by accident. It wasn't done intentionally. And it starts replicating inside Naruto. Now, the only one who can sense this is Mina. But because she's, again, a little kid, it's hard for her to understand. People just think she's being mean to Naruto. And eventually, the captain of the guard chick, she slaps. Now, the reason why I don't... the reason why I don't know, or I'm not bothering to know the names of some of these characters will never appear again. I remember the little girl's name, so I don't remember some of the other players from this town, because again, it'll never come up again. So it's not that important. They're not important enough for me to remember their name. But whatever. So basically, Naruto's even acting sick, and You know, people, Sakura, who, by the way, she does get some fighting time in this 5-episode thing. And for people who are fans of Sakura, that's great to see her kick ass a little. I mean, she did get hit back too, so there was that. But as far as being a medical ninja goes, Sakura gets a big fail in this one. I'm sorry. I mean, it was cool to see her fighting, but come on. She asked Naruto a few times, and he's like, "Oh, I'm alright." But Naruto has the Nine Tails chakra inside of him. You know, he doesn't. If he's injured, he heals pretty fast. So the fact that he was clearly not right and behind, you know, missing steps, so to speak, and winded after jogging around the town, she should have immediately checked him out, and she may have noticed the parasites that were inside of him. But Naruto basically got worms, or snakes in this case. But no, she didn't do any of that. And that's why, as a medical ninja in this arc, this little quick story, she gets a fail. But I'm okay because again, she did some fighting. Now, as the fighting with Kabuto's forces increase, you get to see things like, you know, some of the fallen members of the Akatsuki. You get to see some Leaf Village ninja that died throughout Naruto, and it's cool just to see them as running around again. So I did like that. And what happens is, eventually it absorbs the parasite inside Naruto that's cloning himself. Cloning Naruto absorbs part of the Nine Tails chakra and becomes a clone of the Nine Tail. So, because they're evil clones. So then you have an evil, four-tailed Naruto running around and wreaking havoc. And Kabuto is unable to control him. So I loved that. I loved seeing the fight between an evil Naruto and a good Naruto. It was fun to see a Naruto in a Four Tails mode, because as we know, he doesn't go that route anymore because he doesn't need to, and he has control. So it's cool to see that again. Then they understand that Mina was crazy. As the story progresses, Naruto gets captured. The fat dude gets captured, and they basically blackmail the town. And it turns out one of the town officials is this great old super villain dude or something. Whatever. He's a wanted criminal. And he's trying to reactivate the device to give him unlimited power or whatever. So, anyway, yeah, they get captured, and basically this is to blackmail people to give back the control rod so they can activate the device and bring it in. Now, before the capture of Naruto, they did get some backup. So you got, you know, you got some other ninja from the Leaf appearing, and that's cool. And you got to see Wood Boy again. I mean, it's good to see his character out and about, because obviously he's you know, he's indisposed in the current manga and anime, being captured and all and forced to create wood clones and Zetsu. But whatever. So it's fun to see some of these characters again. And so that, you know, Naruto is slightly going good and bad, and, you know, he's snapping in and out, and that was very cool. Very cool the way they did it. The fat dude expresses that, nah, dude, you're a good guy. You'll snap out of it. And he goes, no, I'm not. And he goes all evil, dark side on us. And I think I like that struggle between his good and bad side. I love that. And between the Nine Tails. You do see his father in a scene just calming him down in a flashback, Minato. So the kids decide to bring the control rods to the bad guys. At the same time, obviously, the ninja folk are trying to do the same thing and protect everybody. And you get, obviously, the villains get the control rods. You know, they turn on the machine. Things get crazy. The Nine-Tails clone, you know, the Naruto, evil Naruto clone, he absorbs the power coming from this chakra sphere, death weapon of doom thing. And again, Kabuto's just loving the learning experience. Some fights break out, and Naruto has to fight this chakra energy version of this dark Nine-Tails. And we get another flashback scene with his dad, and the Nine-Tails is like, what, are you gonna die here? Because he's getting his ass kicked. It's like, I'll give you some power, and then hence power. And Naruto turns into something I don't believe I've seen before. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Which is like this chakra version of the Nine-Tails, but like in beast form or something. And I think it's super cool because the animation looks weird in it. He looks like a weird Pokemon, and that's what they look like fighting. Like these giant, weird energy Pokemon are just ravaging the town. And Kabuto bounces, and during the fight, it gets so intense. Well, even before that, the happy couple decide that it's their responsibility because they're guards of the thing, and that guy was a former guard, that he has to now save everybody by turning off the machine. So him and his chick say their goodbyes to the kids because in all likelihood they're gonna die, and they're well aware of it, so they can say goodbye. And you know, each one of them tells them something, and then they hug the little girl, and everything's good, and they bounce. And she goes with them, and they go to turn off the machine. Now the douche that started the machine is dead. He fell to his death, and the fight with Naruto is picking up to the point where things get so out of control that Naruto loses control of the chakra and starts transforming. So he gets tails. I forget how many tails he had, maybe 5 or 6. I didn't do the math on this one. And he started to get the bones, so he had the blood and the bones going, you know, and he started fighting everybody. He didn't really fight the dark version of him too much, but he was going after Kakashi. You know, what's his face used the wood technique on him and try to suppress him, but he's running out of chakra. Meanwhile, back at HQ, meanwhile, the fat dude and his chick, that guy realizes that Mina had been humming the activation and deactivation code for this thing. So he pulls out the bars and realizes they're a musical key, and arranges them in such a way that he's going to turn off the machine that's feeding the Nine-Tails and the Dark Nine-Tails and causing all this mayhem. So he starts to do it, but the ground around him gives way. Debris flies at him, hits his chick. It hurts her arm, and she falls off the cliff, but he catches her. But he catches her with his bad arm. So it's history repeating itself again, but he won't let her go. Also, right before this, he said, if we live through this, let's get married. She's like, I've been waiting for you to say that for years. Because again, you know, unrequited love, but they both love each other. And it was because of the trauma that he couldn't get over. And, you know, it was very touching. He's trying to just hold on to her, and she goes, "Just let me go. You got to be around for the kids, and you're the only one who can turn off this machine right now." You know, and he's like, "I love you. You know, I've always loved you." And she says the same thing, "I've always loved you." So there's that moment, and then as Naruto makes his way closer to where his group is, as far as ninjas and the kids are, Mina, being sensitive to all things Naruto and inner level and that type of thing, she realizes that Naruto's in pain because he's turned into the Nine-Tails. So she walks over, the other kids join her, and she gets right up to Naruto's, she gets right up to Naruto and she goes, it'll be okay, you can do it. And I believe in you and stuff like that, and all the kids say it. And it calms him down, and he starts to get smaller. I think he goes down to 3 or 4 tails, and she walks right up to his face and goes, "Please save my parents. Please save my mama and papa," meaning she's acknowledged them as her new surrogate parents, as her parents now. And it's only been a few days since her family died, so that's saying something. And it snaps Naruto out of it. He starts remembering why he has his power in the first place. All the kids say it too. And so he gets up and he goes almost chakra, the chakra flow, chakra mode. He almost goes in like a halfway chakra mode. Now I will say this: it is very reminiscent to me of the Super Saiyan movie in Dragon Ball Z, where they fought, was it Lord Slug, which was like the evil Namekian, because Goku almost goes Super Saiyan. He's like nearly Super Saiyan, and you get a little yellow flashes in there, but he's really like pre-Super Saiyan almost, you know what I mean? And you get that type of feeling because Naruto starts to go chakra mode, and it flashes in and out. Now, what I thought was cool, and I think I noticed it, I don't know if you guys notice it, is when he goes into this mode, when it flashes in and out, in a few scenes, if you really look at his face, as it's shimmering in and out, he looks just like his father, Minato. So, or Minato. So the fact, anyway, yeah, so what I was saying was that as the chakra washes over Naruto's face, he looks like his father. And it's almost like they animated his father on top. And it had to have been intentional, but I thought that was really cool. And then, of course, in semi-chakra mode, he saves the chick as she's falling, saves the fat man. The fat man puts the rod in, goes to put the rod in as Naruto kills the evil version of himself. Now, okay, this is the only bad part that I can think of other than the Sakura thing, which is he just, I think he was supposed to do like a Bijou bomb, but really it was just that would have been cool if he'd won with like a Bijou bomb or something like that. That's not really what he used. It looked like he just made a regular, plain old, I guess because he hadn't learned the Bijou bomb yet, that would make sense. Rasengan, and the fact that in every movie he just wins with a Rasengan. But that aside, not a big deal to me. I mean, I wish that was better, and then the fat dude put the rod in at the same time, thus they won. They all congratulate Naruto and all that, and, that there's the touching family moment after the credits and all that, and that's pretty much power. Now, I'm sorry because this video ran long, but it's 6 episodes. I'm kind of reviewing it once, one big story. So, again, my feeling is this has been the best filler I've seen. It's almost canon. It feels like an OVA. It really does. The animation was superb. The fighting in it, I think I forgot to mention when the Leaf came in, they fought the other ninja too, and you got to see a lot of good fights, throughout these episodes, and everything was really good. Quite enjoyable. This is the way a filler should be. Now, eventually I'm going to do a discussion video on canon versus filler and my stance on it. And basically, you know, I'll get into the fine points of that one. That's a video I'm eventually going to release. So look forward to that, and you'll get my full opinion on, you know, basically that subject. But that aside, so I think this is the best. Again, this is the best side non-storied project that I've ever seen out of Naruto, and one of the best ones I've ever seen. Period. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I thought it was good. It hit a lot of emotional cues. It hit a lot of the drama. You know, it's everything you would want. The fact that they brought their A game for a 6-episode filler is beside the point. You know, and not beside the point. It's amazing. It's crazy to me that they would bring their A game for this, flexing their muscles, so to speak. So, yeah. Now, again, guys, I recommend, you know, if maybe, you know, a lot of you out there don't like to watch filler, may have skipped this. I say just marathon the 6 episodes. It's one long-ass story. It's like watching a movie. And just watch it in its entirety, back to back. It is an enjoyable experience, and you won't regret it. So, again, this video is ran real long, but this is alertwolf here. Telling you to click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and subscribe if you can. And I am signing out.